Welcome to 17 Ballz, where freedom starts with your next move. Today we're going to be talking about what is a covered call. So let's get into it. Okay, say I own 100 shares of stock. Instead of just letting them sit there and hold them, I could actually use them to generate some side income, basically leverage them. Okay, so in the stock world, you need 100 shares is considered a contract. You need exactly 100 shares. Otherwise, you won't be able to sell covered calls. Okay, so basically, they will pay me upfront for the right to buy my 100 shares at a price that I choose. It's called the strike price before a certain date. So typically, say during the week, it could be you can pick 2 days into the week. So say if you start Monday, it can execute on Wednesday, or you can just let it execute on Friday, which I like to do. Okay, when I mean they, I'm talking about the buyer. The buyer pays you a premium for the right to buy your 100 shares at an agreed upon price. That's called the strike price. Okay, here I made a little slide here for you. Make it pretty easy. So let's say you got XYZ stock. Its current price $75. You pick the strike price of $110. It expires Friday. They're going to pay you $2 per share. That's $200 that you would collect. Okay, now let's say Friday rolls along, it never hits $110. Guess what? You just made your 200 bucks. Okay, now let's talk the inverse, right? So let's say the strike price goes above your $110 by Friday. You still receive your premium for the $110 and the 200 bucks, but the only sad part is you lost your shares because they got called away and they got sold. Here I made this slide, it kind of explains it better. You can see basically the process on how it works. So covered calls are a great way to generate income. You just got to be careful though, because the end of the year, you will have to pay Uncle Sam. All right, so that's covered calls in nutshells. For me, covered calls are about making stocks I already own work harder. That's why I enjoy doing this on the side. Now, I never talked about what happens when your shares get called away. You lose your 100 shares, right? Well, that's going to be in our next video. So thanks. We'll see you on the next one, guys.